That's why Jiva Goswami, very humble way, he told, "Hey Prabhu, because you're giving me instruction, so very quickly I will proceed to Vrindavan." Before going to Vrindavan, I just want to ask you one or two questions. Hey Prabhu, please give me the answer and benefit this servant by giving the answer. 101. So the question he asked. So he followed all the etiquettes while making his question in a very humble way. He did one question to Nityananda Prabhu. He said, "If I'm qualified, so you please, you give me instructions, and I will make this question to you. Like if you allow me, I will ask a question." And he made a beautiful question. Actually, this question belongs to everyone, not to Jiva Goswami, not only to Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami is directly Vilas Manjari, very near and dear to Srimati Radhika. Still, to give benefit to all the jivas of this world, he raised this question. This Navadvipa is Vrindavan. Then still, why you are telling me to go to Vrindavan? Navadvipa is no different from Vrindavan. So if you do bhajan sadhana in Navadvipa, what is the necessity of going to Vrindavan? This question really is interesting. Jiva Goswami is asking. What is the chapter, please? Chapter and sloka? 7th chapter. 17th. Saptadas, 17th chapter. 17. Okay. Yes. Book Navadvipa-dhama Vrindavan, chapter 17, sloka 11. So here in the question of Jiva Goswami, Nityananda Prabhu told, "Oh, this is a very confidential thing you're asking, so listen attentively. This subject is very deep, so you must hear with attention." It's better to be, so the question is very deep, very confidential. Navadvipa-dhama is not ordinary place. It's not different from Vrindavan. Shastra has verified so much about Navadvipa-dhama. So just like a coin that has two sides. In one side there's the number, another side of the coin there's like a pillar or some symbol, but the two sides have the same value. In the same way, Vrindavan and Navadvipa and Vrindavan, they're only one tattva. But the only consideration is that Vrindavan is called madhurya-pradhan, audarja, means the sweetness is prominent and the generosity secondary. And Navadvipa is called audarja pradhan madhurya, means the generosity of audarja is prominent and the sweetness is secondary. But if you compared both of them, you'll see that actually the glories of Navadvipa are higher than the Vrindavana glories. Navadvipa is more glorious because Navadvipa gives shelter to all, like sadhakas and siddhas, both. Aparadis, offenders, those who are suffering, sinners. Navadvipa is giving shelter to everyone. But Vrindavana-dhama only is a place of siddha mahatmas, perfected souls. It's not an ordinary place for ordinary people. Vrindavana-dhama is topmost. It's also called rasa-vichara, the place of rasa. If the person doesn't have eligibility, the person cannot live in Vrindavan. You have to first take eligibility from Navadvipa, become qualified in Navadvipa, then you'll be able to have the eligibility to enter Vrindavan. So to get the eligibility to enter Vrindavana, first you need to go to Navadvipa. For example, to enter in the house, you need to cross the doorstep or to step on the doorstep. Then you can come inside the house. In the same way, if Navadvipa-dhama gives us eligibility, then we'll be able to enter Vrindavana-dhama. So if you compare the two dhammas, Navadvipa and Vrindavana, you'll see that you can see this. So the question that you did, this question is very confidential. It's really confidential. Nityananda Prabhu told, hey Jiva, look, please remember that as long as Srimad Mahaprabhu's pastimes remain manifest, no one who is averse to the Lord should come to know of this topic. While the pastimes of Mahaprabhu are still going on, nobody will know about them. Nobody who is averse to Lord will know about them, about these pastimes. Like nobody should know about this topic who are averse to Lord while Mahaprabhu is in this planet. Actually, who is higher and who is inferior? How to know? Actually, in Navadvipa and Vrindavan, you cannot say that one is higher than the other. There's no question of either of them being superior or inferior to each other. It is impossible for an unqualified person to enter into Brajaras. Those who are not qualified, they are not qualified, they cannot enter Rasa-bhumi Vrindavan. And if you say so many people stay in Vrindavan, actually Vrindavana-dhama is a transcendental place, Chinmaya. In the Brahma Samhita, it's described the glories of the transcendental Vrindavan. Who stays in Navadvipa-dhama, the transcendental Vrindavan? People say, I'm staying in Vrindavan, and they are proud to say. But actually there is a net of Maya on the top over Vrindavana. Later on it will be described in this book. So people are actually living on this web of Maya and they're thinking, oh, I'm in Vrindavan. Actually they're in the net of Maya. Vrindavana-dhama is the storehouse of rasa. It is impossible for someone who is unqualified to attain it. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada gives one example. Just like the honey. Imagine a honey which is inside the jar, but the jar is closed. But the bee is coming and wants to take that honey and is like humming, But the bees are around the jar, but the bee cannot take the honey. If you don't open the jar, the pot, the bee will never be able to take the honey. So in the same way, the example is given. Vrindavana-dhama is a rasa-maya bhumi. There is a net of Maya on top. When Yogamaya gives mercy and lifts the veil of Maya, then we'll be able to see the transcendental Dham. People are very proud, thinking, oh, I live in Vrindavan. But actually, how to live in Vrindavan? How to stay in Vrindavan? Because of this, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is describing all this in his book. This kata is so beautiful. Navadvipa-dhama also is saying. Verse 15. Therefore, that very Sri Vrindavana-dhama bestows qualification to taste rasa upon the living entities by manifesting as Navadvipa. Sorry. Navadvipa is giving eligibility for the jivas to taste rasa in Vrindavan. Next verse. The pastimes of Radha and Krishna are the essence of all rasas, and therefore no one can quickly attain qualification to enter them. No one can quickly attain qualification to enter these rasic pastimes of Radha and Krishna. By performing austerities for many lifetimes, one will obtain knowledge of philosophical truths, tattva-jnana. When this knowledge ripens, a desire manifests to know about rasa. So beautiful what he's saying here. So you must have this tattva-jnana. Without tattva-jnana, actually you cannot enter rasa-madhurya. That's why sadhu-sanga is important. But we're saying, okay, anyhow, just stay in the dham. One life, just stay in the dham for one life. For one life, just stay as a brahmachari in the temple, that's it. No need to do anything. Just play the gong or the bell and take prasad. And then you'll get benefit. In this way you get sukriti. So play the bell, take prasad, stay in the temple. By this you have sukriti, and then you have sadhu-sanga. And then, sorry, I didn't hear what he said now. Sorry, my mind couldn't catch. Anyway, so that's why Shas is giving enthusiasm. If you don't have sadhu-sanga, and if you're not having Hari-katha, then you cannot enter the tattva conceptions of the scriptures. Navadvipa, first of all, is giving us this eligibility. Especially something Navadvipa. Navadvipa makes us enter in dasya-rasa. And slowly, you can enter madhurya-rasa. Dasya-rasa and then madhurya-rasa. So I'm not talking about dasya-rasa of Hanuman and Ayodhya. Many acharyas, they describe the sweetness moods of Srimati Radhika. Actually, the sweetness moods of Srimati Radhika includes all other rasas. Just like all the rivers, they merge in the ocean. All the rivers merge in the ocean. In the same way, all the rasas, they are included in madhurya-rasa, the conjugal mood. they are included in madhurya-rasa. So later we'll hear about this. How the rasa madhurya is relished. Okay, so after many lives of austerities, the person gets gyan. When this knowledge ripens, a desire manifests to know about the rasa. My Gurudev used to say, if you don't have common sense, Khanda Gyan, if you don't have common sense, how can you have transcendental knowledge? Khanda Gyan means common sense. If you don't even know normal things, how to behave, how possible you think you can have transcendental knowledge? If you don't have Khanda Gyan, you can never have transcendental knowledge. Khanda Gyan means common sense. You must have normal knowledge. We need to enter tattva-jnana, conceptions of the scripture. So maybe you're doing austerities for many lives, and then because of these austerities you get tattva-jnana. Austerities means staying sadhu-sanga, hearing Hari-katha, chanting holy names, kirtan, renunciation, tag, vairag, and a lot of eagerness to attain the object of your spiritual life. So we have this longing to attain the goal. For example, a materialistic person is so eager to attain something, some material things, and only when the person is really eager, then the person can attain that thing. So in the same way, in the spiritual life, the person is searching for tattva-jnana. So when this tattva-jnana is ripened, when the tattva is ripened, then the person has desire to know about rasa. So this eagerness of how the rasa can manifest in my heart. There are 49 ingredients. That if 49 ingredients get together, then rasa can be relished. How 49? For the rasa. So in the Bhakti-Vinod Jiva Dharma, it's described. Do you remember which are the 49 ingredients? 49 ingredients, which one are they? First one is Taibhav. Then 7 Gauna rasas, Gauna bhav, secondary rasas. So 1 plus 7, 8. Then plus 8 asta sadhu-vicharas. So this is 16. Then plus 33 vyabhichari bhavas. So total is 49. These conceptions are described. So one sthai bhav. There's one sthai bhav of the rasa. Then in this way also vibhava, anubhav, sattvic and vyabhichari. Alamban, udipan, vichayalamban, ashrayalamban, divisions, subdivisions of all these moods. There are many kinds of conceptions about rasa. I just told briefly. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, you can read it in details. It's very rare to attain this jewel of the rasa. So first of all, bhakti is very hard. By jnana you attain liberation. But if for many lives you're doing sadhana, Hari-bhakti, devotion to Lord, is something very rare. Bhakti is very rare. Bhagavan does not give quickly bhakti to others. Bhagavan doesn't give quickly. Hari-bhakti is sudurlabha. Bhakti is very rare. It's not only rare, sudurlabha, but sudurlabha. Very rare. Austerities of many lives. Austerities of many lives. Doing sadhan, bhajan, association of the devotees. Then slowly, slowly, all these tattvas will appear in your heart. Even though this is the case, there are many kinds of obstacles at every moment in obtaining it, obtaining the rasa. Therefore, it is difficult to obtain the great wealth of rasa. No one will obtain that rasa just by going to Vraj. It's very hard to obtain rasa. You can get jara rasa, material tastes or sentiments, but the transcendental taste, aprakrita chit rasa, is not easy to get this. So beautiful is being described here. Verse 19. No one will obtain that rasa just by going to Vraja. Because of one's offenses, rasa becomes tasteless, biras. So the rasa, real rasa is not coming because of the offenses. By the influence of sadhu-sanga, all the obstacles will be removed. And then slowly, slowly, all the bhava-madhurya will manifest. So here, Srila Nityananda Prabhu is answering the question of Jiva Gosvami. So to give mercy to the living entities, Radha Krishna appeared in Navadvipa-dhama in the combined form of Mahaprabhu and appeared in the womb of Shachimata. To give mercy, Radha Krishna appeared as Mahaprabhu. Gauranga provides such a path where offenses cannot create any kind of obstacle in order to give qualification to the jivas to taste rasa. So the jiva is doing bhajan and sadhan, and there are many kinds of obstacles that come for the jiva. So many kinds of obstacles, loy, vikshepa, like sleepiness, distraction, past samskaras, so many anarthas. Loy, when you're chanting holy names, remembering the mantras, you feel sleepiness so many times in the Hari-katha. So the sleepiness creates problems, obstacles. Vikshepa, distraction of the heart. You cannot control and focus your mind in what you want. Apatipati means kasaya and rasa sadhan, tasting material things while in spiritual practice. Anyway, many obstacles that come. Then you associate with the sadhus, and also other many obstacles also come. In the realm of bhajan, there are so many obstacles. So to give mercy to the living entities, Radha Krishna of Vrindavan, they appeared in Navadvipa-dhama in their combined form of Gauranga. They appeared in the womb of Shachimata. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mercifully is giving prema to all the jivas.
इसलिए कहा है गौर हरि द्वारा प्रशस्त मार्ग से बज रस की प्राप्ति संभव है। एकमात्र गौर सुंदर ही
So only by Gaura Sundar, only he can give this prem. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita also, it's clearly explained. Mahaprabhu told, except for me, no one can give Vraja Prem. Mahaprabhu himself is giving Vraja Prem in this Kali Yuga, especially in this Kali Yuga. In order to give qualification to the jivas to taste the rasa, Shri Gaura Hari provides such a path where offenses cannot create any kind of obstacle. So whatever you do, always some obstacle will come. Isn't it? Whatever you do, obstacles will come. But you should just like cross these obstacles and continue. Jiva Goswami gave a beautiful example about sankalpa, like resolution, making vows. When a drop of snow in the top of the mountain melts, imagine one part of snow is melting and becoming a drop of water. The drop of water from the top of mountain is making this resolution: I will meet the ocean. So imagine a drop of water from the top of the mountain, coming into the ocean. How many obstacles it reaches in the way, it meets on the way. Have you seen? Imagine from Haridwar a drop of water coming. Or even higher in the mountains, not more like higher than Haridwar. So this drop of water will meet so many stones on the way, like hitting stones and rocks. But slowly, this drop of water will come until the ocean. Past Haridwar and Allahabad also. Allahabad. And then Navadvipa. Finally, we'll meet the ocean in Ganga Sagar. So, if any person takes some resolution, makes a vow in his mind, in his life, he must follow it. It's do or die. So if you fix yourself in this way, then you can reach your destination. You will be able to reach the destination. So, Gaura Hari provides such a path where offenses cannot create any kind of obstacle. Verse 25. By taking shelter of the holy name and by residing in Navadvipa-dhama, qualification for rasa appears and all kinds of offenses are removed. And that's why it's so special to stay in Navadvipa. And about Navadvipa-dhama, that's why it's so glorious. If you stay in Navadvipa, taking shelter of the holy names, you will get eligibility for rasa. And all kinds of offenses are removed. So first of all, you should stay where? In Navadvipa-dhama. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is the 7th Goswami. And also Kamal Manjari. But he himself is saying this. You should stay where? In Navadvipa-dhama. Verse 26. Within a short time,
Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Prema
Prema will manifest within the sadhaka's heart,
और साधक के हृदय
and
में
a strong longing to understand the loving mellows rasa of Shri Radha Krishna will awaken there.
हो जाती है। पहले मतलब लालसा तो जाएगी, रस क्या चीज है?
So first of all, I have to think, what is rasa, how to attain it. But before knowing this, you should know also, what is Shraddha? Before knowing about rasa, what is Shraddha? What is the symptoms of Shraddha? Jiva Goswami gave an example. If you bathe in the Ganges, all your sins are destroyed, right? But early in the morning, who is the first person bathing in the Ganga? You tell me. The fisherman. So in his heart, why does he have this tendency to kill other living entities? If you're bathing the Ganges river, all their sins are destroyed. But this person, he's diving, like dunking in the, he's diving in the Ganges river to catch fish, to fish. How is it possible? So this question arises. We hear the glories of the Ganges river, so glorious. Even once, Garudaji, the carrier of Lord Vishnu, Garur, he was flying in the sky, then Garuda saw, he saw in a cave in the Ganges, a snake was there, with its face outside the cave, head of snake. And then the Garuda came with his claws, he took the snake, and immediately the snake died. The snake died. But Garuda was like carrying the dead snake. And because he was carrying the snake, and then the tail of the snake just touched the water of the Ganges. And immediately what happened? The soul of the snake manifested 4 arms. And then manifested 4 arms, and then Garuda took the snake that now manifested 4 arms, put this person on his his back, and took to Vaikuntha. Bala-Vrindavana-Bihari-Lal. So you see the glories of the Ganges. Anyhow, if you just touch the water of the Ganges, anyhow, all your sins are destroyed. So in the time of death, you should put at least 1 drop of water of the Ganges in the tongue of someone, of the person who is dying, who is dead, or water of the Ganges. Then the person will have the best destination. The Ganges are so glorified in the scriptures. One time there was one person was going for a bath, and then an ox came and with its horns killed this man. The man was killed by an ox. Immediately this person also manifested 4 arms and went to Vaikuntha after dying. All the demigods, they became astonished. So how he manifested 4 arms and went to Vaikuntha? Because actually that ox, before lifting that man and killing him with its horns, the ox was revolving, like moving the sand of the Ganges, bank of the Ganges. So there was like a particle of dust of the Ganges river on the horns of that ox. So when he killed that man with his horns, this like a sand of the bank of the Ganges touched the body of this man who died. And in this way, this person got liberation and went to Vaikuntha-dham. So many glories of the Ganges, so many. Another point in the Shastra is described. Those who live in the 2 sides of the Ganges, They are actually nitya parikaras of Lord. After that, they will attain Bhagavan and become parikara. So in the glories of the Ganges we see this description. They are parikaras of Lord. Where in the side, those who live in the sides of the Ganges until some miles, all of them after death they attain to Vaikuntha-dham. Another sloka is saying, only if the air of the Ganges, the air, breeze of wind of Ganges is coming, whoever is touched by that wind, all those jivas, they are delivered from the sin, and they also directly attain the abode of Lord. Shastra describes all this. So you see how glorious is the Ganges. The Srila Jiva Gosvami is saying, Ganga is so glorious. But the fishermen, they are fishing and killing the fish. So this is a sinful activity. So how come they have this sinful activity? Why they are continued sinning? Like they go on with this? The reason is that actually these people, so the transcendental water of the Ganges, they don't have this knowledge that the water is transcendental. And also they have offenses from previous lives. And because of this, they think the water is a normal water. The water of the Ganges is normal. So if you do with faith, for example, if you stay in Navadvipa with faith, take bath in the Ganges with faith, certainly you'll get the fruit. Another point. And if you don't have offenses, Ganga Devi very quickly will give you the fruit also. But if you have offenses, she will not give you the fruit. Or maybe will give after a long time. So, what is the meaning of staying in the dham? You have to stay in the dham with faith, Shraddha, whether it's Navadvipa or Braj-dham. You have to stay in the dham with faith. Jiva Goswami in the Sandarbha gave so many examples about this. Still, if any person stays in the dham, somehow or another the person is also getting some sukriti. Some sukriti is there. And as the fruit of the sukriti, the person will attain the association of the sadhu-sanga. And with the sadhu-sanga, the person one day will have tattva-jnana. So here he's saying, by taking shelter of the holy name and by residing in Sri Navadvipa-dhama, qualification for rasa appears and all kinds of offenses are removed. Verse 26, chapter 17. Within a short time, Shri Krishna Prem will manifest within the sadhaka's heart, and a strong longing to understand the loving mellows, rasa, of Shri Radha Krishna will awaken there. So you have this longing to understand the loving mellows, rasa, and the tattvas. So you must enter tattva-jnana. What is rasa tattva? What is jiva tattva? Actually, Mahaprabhu himself, he was asking about these so many things to Raya Ramananda. Mahaprabhu asked Raya Ramananda, jiva tattva, maya tattva, prema tattva, bhakti tattva, all the tattvas. We must have knowledge about all of this. There are three kinds of knowledges described in the scriptures. One, tattva, Tom Padartha Gyan, Tat Padartha Gyan, and third, Jiva Brahma Eka Gyan. Jiva Brahma Eka Gyan. You should give up this Jiva Brahma Eka Gyan. This is for followers of Shankaracharya. That one is between Lord and soul, Brahma and Jiva. So, Tat Padartha Gyan, knowledge about God, and Tvam Padartha Gyan means Atma Gyan. Atma Gyan, Tvam Padartha Gyan. So Vedanta Sutra says, Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Now it's time to inquire about God, Brahma. But the Srimad Bhagavatam is saying, Atato Tattva Jigyasa. Now it's time to inquire about the Tattva. Bhagavatam is saying, Vedanta Sutra. So then what is the answer about the Tattva? The shloka says, Vadanti Tattva Vidas. Lord is only one supreme truth. One supreme truth that's manifest in three forms. This is the Tattva. Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan. So now it's time to inquire about Tattva. And this will come in the heart of the Jiva, this desire to know about Tattva, when you have this eligibility. Then the Jiva will start thinking, who am I? Why is the reason? Why did I come to this world? Why have I come here? For example, Sanatana Goswami, he also asked Mahaprabhu, who am I? Why am I surfing this world? If I don't know about this, how can I get any benefit? Who am I? What is the reason I have come to this world? So this question. If you don't have these questions in your heart, you cannot enter Tattva Gyan. For example, the animals, they are not thinking about these things. They are only absorbed in four activities. Eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. The only thing that makes human beings different is spiritual life. Without spiritual life, human beings are like animals. Eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. These four activities is common to all the jivas. Same. Human beings are also doing the same. In this way, they have no difference compared to the animals. Only one difference of human beings and animals is the dharma-hitesham, spiritual life. Only one special thing in the human beings. The human beings inquire about dharma, spiritual life. Who am I? What should I do in my life? What is the consequence of results of my actions? Only the human beings think about these things, reflect. The animals, they don't have this. The animals, they sleep and they eat in the same place. They spend school in the same place, they eat. But the human beings, they consider, they think, they discriminate. And if you think about it, if they have the discrimination, then you'll become astonished. It's one shloka. In this way, the jivas, by obtaining the mercy of Mahaprabhu, the living entity attains Shri Vrindavana, the abode of Jugala Kishora's pastimes. Vrindavana-dhama is the place of rasa-maya seva. Rasa-maya pit is not an ordinary place, full of rasa-madhurya, where the divine couple is served in loving moods. Like this sloka is describing how this land of Vrindavan is transcendental and so beautiful, and the divine couple is seated on a jeweled throne. Under the desired tree. They are served by all the gopis also. all this description is there about the transcendental dham.
rasa-vichara, जिसके कहते हैं जुगल संसार की रसनी
Jugala Raser Prit. In this way, by obtaining the mercy of Mahaprabhu, the living entity attains Shri Vrindavana, the abode of Shri Yugalakshora's pastimes. Verse 28. This is a most confidential truth. Therefore, do not instruct anyone on this matter. There cannot be any difference whatsoever between Shri Navadvipa and Shri Vrindavana. This has now been clarified. Although Vrindavana is present in Navadvipa-dhama, you have now the qualification to take shelter of the pastime places of Shri Radha Krishna, Shri Vrindavana. Therefore, Brajadham is now your shelter. So without the mercy of Nityananda, you cannot actually live in Braj. Nityananda will give me mercy and remove me, take me out of this Maya and give me qualification to chant the pure holy names. Who will give us qualification? Nityananda Prabhu. He is non-different from Dham himself. Nityananda Prabhu can give us this qualification. So doing bhajan slowly. Stay in the Dham with faith and have a lot of faith also to the Dhamvasis. Sorry. Those who stay in the Dham, they are not ordinary. Whenever you see in the Dham, these trees, creepers, they are actually saints that for many lives they are here doing austerities. They are not ordinary. The land of Braj. Even Uddhav and great devotees, they are longing and doing austerities for one particle of dust of Braj. And even the Shrutis are also searching for this path. So to attain one particle of dust of Vraja, Uddhava is saying, oh, I want to become a particle I want to become like a creeper or a grass or herbs in Vrindavan to get this dust of Vrindavan on my head. Uddhava is saying, to be born in Vrindavan, to stay in Vrindavan, do bhajan in Vrindavan. This is not normal, something ordinary. Actually, sukriti from many lives makes a jiva come to Vrindavana-dhama. So you're staying in Vrindavana-dhama, or at least trying to stay in Vrindavan. They are not ordinary persons. That's why we do obeisances again and again to the Dhamavasis. May these inhabitants of the Dham give mercy to us. In one life, may we also get this good fortune.
Jai Navadvipa-dhama Vrindavana-dhama. Jai Sri Ram.